What is going on, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Salami Squad around the world? The Meat Pack is in the building here for NFL Week 8. The Meat Picks bringing it to you live, locked, and loaded. Before we get into this week, though, Richie, I want you to throw up that graphic, trying to show everybody's score up in here. Boy is looking rough. Wow. Not good. I mean, y'all pretty close. You know, Jimmy, Twigg, Richman looking decent. I'm looking crazy right there. Hopefully we can turn that around this week, give y'all some good picks. Hopefully they turn out right. So we're going to go ahead and just jump right into this thing. We got some Thursday night football action tomorrow between the Packers and the Cardinals. Cardinals obviously 7-0. Looking real crazy. I think I initially wanted to go with the Packers in this matchup just because I really think, man, as good as Arizona's playing right now, and I'm not taking anything away from them, I just don't know if 8-0, 9-0, 10-0 will still happen for them. It's just really hard to keep that up. It doesn't matter how good the team is. You know, we've only ever seen 2 teams go undefeated. So I know it's eventually due. But I think I'm going to rock with them this week just because on the Packers side of things, no Devontae Adams, which obviously we know, I mean, how good Aaron Rodgers is, but no Devontae, no Aaron Jones. If one of those guys are out, that offense is very dependent on those 2 players and obviously Aaron Rodgers. But they do get David Bakhtiari back for the offensive line, which I think is a good move for them. But I think Arizona stays hot. I think they go 8 in a row. I'll give it to them here, just playing really good football. Maybe next week I'll circle back around and, go from there. But I'll give Arizona the dub.
Yeah, I don't think Green Bay has a shot to win this game without Devontae. The line opened at +3 for the Packers. It's moved up +6.5 since then. So that's saying a lot just to begin with. I think the Cardinals' game plan is probably just going to be stack the box against Aaron Jones. It's going to be a long night for him. I'll take the Cardinals pretty easily here.
Yeah, I feel the exact same way. I looked up this morning if Devontae Adams is playing. There is like a super slight chance. I think he has to get 2 negative COVID tests within 24 hours. Oh. And that'd be a bigger chance that they're playing on Sunday, but obviously they're playing Thursday. Like Church said, though, nothing against the Cardinals, but it's just like it's so hard to keep an undefeated record. Just statistically, it just doesn't happen. You know what I mean? The shit happens. But I think that without Devontae Adams, Aaron Rodgers' favorite weapon, the Cardinals take this one.
Yeah, I'm on the Cardinals as well here. I just don't trust the Green Bay defense to stop this offense, who's just lighting everyone up week after week here. So, yeah, give me the Cardinals.
Cardinals actual Super Bowl contender, though?
Yeah. Right now, I mean, who else?
For sure.
Who else?
Right. So we're going to go ahead and move on to the next game. 2 teams that are not even in that conversation. We got the Panthers and the Falcons. Falcons coming off a pretty close game there towards the end against Miami. And the Panthers kind of getting smoked up there by the New York Football Giants. So I'm kind of torn between this game. It's like, hey, do the Falcons stay kind of hot here? Do the Panthers kind of bounce back after, pretty going 3-0 and now they're 3-4, losing 4 in a row? Can they finally come back and maybe sneak a dub against a fairly inconsistent Falcons team? So I am kind of torn. My heart says Panthers because I just want to go with them. But, I don't remember what actually pick I sent you, Richie, but I think I'm going to go with the Falcons here just because I think they're finding this offense out. Bringing Kyle Pitts more into the action and whatnot, looking super good. So I'm going to go with them here. I think this is just going to be the Panthers' woes from kind of here on out. Like I said, as good as they looked in those first 3 games, still a young football team. And when it came down to it, man, last week against Miami, Matt Ryan was able to get it done. Veteran quarterback. They're starting to get Kyle Pitts involved. So I'm going to rock with them here. I think the Panthers a little down bad. Falcons a little up good.
I think PJ Walker is going to get the start for the Panthers here, so that might shake things up a little bit for them. I don't think he's had really much NFL time, so just with that being said, I like the Falcons here slightly, but probably just a game I'm not going to watch.
Yeah, this game is going to be tough. I picked the Falcons as well. I don't know. Even if Darnold plays, he's definitely in his own head at this point. I mean, obviously his coach lost a little faith in him. McCaffrey's not back.
That's good, man.
Yeah, I think that they're rattled at this point. And I don't like the Falcons. Obviously, aren't the team they were even like last year. I think they took a step back, but they can still put up points against decent teams, whatever. I think that Matt Ryan will get the job done. Give me the Falcons here.
I'm on the Dirty Bird Falcons here as well, boys. I really like them here. This Carolina team, honestly, I think was a little bit overhyped on that 3-0 start. They're kind of beating up some nasty teams. I think everyone kind of knows that at this point. But the Falcons, I think, on the other side of that are just starting to heat up. I mean, last week we're starting to see Calvin Ridley do what Calvin Ridley can do. Then exactly what Church was saying, Kyle Pitts starting to get involved. I'm just liking what Atlanta's got going on here. So give me the Birds.
Give them the Birds. So we're going to go ahead and move on to the next game, talking the Titans and the Colts. Another game I'm a little torn between because both teams, I think, getting big dubs over pretty decent football teams. Colts obviously beating the 49ers, and the Titans laying the boots down on Kansas City, which I don't think a lot of people expected. Maybe the dub, but in that fashion, I don't think a lot of people saw that coming. Kansas City sort of being on the downswing right here. But the Titans, to me, man, are a good football team. I think easily top 3 team in the AFC right now, kind of depending on who obviously 1 and 2 is, if the Chiefs are still in that conversation for you. But I think I'm going to go with them here. Here's the thing about the Titans, man. If you can get Derrick Henry to about 50, 60 yards rushing, you technically shut him down. And then it's just going to be up to whether or not Tannehill is on or off. He's been on. He looked fantastic in this last game against the Chiefs. I think he keeps it going here. The Colts, for me, are just a little too inconsistent. I don't trust Carson Wentz, so give me the Titans.
Yeah, I have no idea how the Titans are projected underdogs in this. That makes no sense to me.
Crazy.
If you want to go out and make some free money, go bet the Titans. I don't think the Colts do anything better than the Colts, or the Colts do nothing better than the Titans. So I like Titans here pretty easily.
I absolutely agree. The Titans, I think, are on fire. I think that the opposite of the Panthers, their whole system is coming together. They're finally starting to use that star power they got in the offseason. I think that the Colts will put up a fight. I picked this to be like literally a 1-point game, like 27-28 Titans. That being said, Wentz is inconsistent. I mean, obviously we see what he can do, and I'm not going to start Carson Wentz. I'm not going to get into that shit right now. But give me the Titans.
I agree. I'm actually shocked, like Twigg, that the Titans are underdogs in this game. I mean, they're leading AFC South here, pretty clear-cut divisional winners. So to beat the Colts here, to get that one up in the division is huge. I think Titans go into this knowing that. They just try to slap him around a little bit. Let's be honest here. I mean, besides Jonathan Taylor, it's been kind of hard to pick positives out on this Colts team. That offensive line is obviously eaten, but the rest of it's just a whole lot of problems. I mean, shout out Darius Leonard real quick. Actually, now I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, that dude's beast, dude.
But I don't know. I like the Titans here sitting at 5-2. I think they improve, and this is going to pretty much seal the division for them at this point in the season.
Yep, so we're going to go ahead and move on to the next game, a little other divisional matchup here between the Dolphins and the Bills. Here's my thing with this. The Miami right now, I feel like it's imploding a little bit. Obviously, team last year that came and surprised some people, hitting them with the 10-6. Whatnot. And I think this year, we rode them a little too high. I think we expect a little bit more. I'm a big fan. I was big on that train as well. And my thing is, listen, man, Tua in 13 starts and so far is, 65% completion percentage, 18 tutties to 19 picks. There's some guys, man, like Darnold was in the league and Zach Wilson would kill for a stat line like that. So do I think Tua is a bad quarterback? No, but I think the way they've sort of handled him coming into the league, benching him a couple times last year in the fourth quarter, and now everything going on with this whole Deshaun Watson thing, depending on what goes on there with the trade, that's probably doesn't make him feel good, man. So I think Miami's going to be a little down bad right now. I think Tua can play football, but I think Miami's done a bad job of putting him in a position to win. And on the other side, man, it's Buffalo. So I mean, Josh Allen, Tua, I'm going to ride with Josh Allen and that squad all day. So I'm going to give this one to Buffalo.
Yeah, I was super high on the Dolphins coming to this season. I feel like they could easily be a playoff team. But just at this point in the season, I think the team chemistry is an absolute shambles. I think the Deshaun Watson trade is pretty much all set and done. I think he ends up getting dealt there before the deadline. I think the Bills should actually throttle them here. They might put up like 45 and, pretty easily. So give me the Bills.
It'd be crazy if Watson goes to Miami. That would suck for the Eagles.
You don't even know if he's going to play.
Yeah, that's a fair point. I'm not going to say much about this one. I like the Bills. They're just on fire. They love being up on the Dolphins. Dolphins, like Church said, they're imploding. Again, we were all hype on them, but I guess we were wrong. So give me the Bills.
Bills are about to cook these cookies here, boys. Like, let's just be honest. I'm not going to harp on it. Give me the Bills. Easy dub.
Easy dub. Going to go ahead and move on to the next game. We're talking the Bengals and the Jets. Obviously, Jets, dude, is just tough out here. And the Bengals on the other side, man, I think might be a little ahead of schedule on the rebuild they're sort of doing right now. Obviously, they've really nailed on some of these draft picks past 3-4 years. Joey Burrow, and turns out this boy Jamar Chase knows how to play football. That's been a fantastic connection. It was for them in college. And so I do think they're a little ahead of schedule, man. I like the running game. Joe Mixon, Samaje Perine, still have some questions, I think, on the line and some pieces on defense, man. But this is a fun team. They just smoked Baltimore, man. They're like, that's not easy to do, for this young Bengals team. And I mean, the Jets, on the other hand, so give me Cincinnati here. I don't even care, dude.
And it's not really a whole lot to be said for the Jets. You got Mike White at the helm. Not really going to get much. Not going to get much going there. So yeah, Bengals should just.
They traded for Joe Flacco coming back.
Yeah, but with that being said, Bengals here for sure.
Maybe Joey Tuggs.
Yeah, you guys nailed it. The Bengals look fantastic. That win last week against the Ravens was a statement win. That was huge for them. They're on an emotional high right now. This is going to be a bye week for them. Give me the Bengals very easily.
I'm with y'all on that. My hot take for this game is actually that it's going to hit the over. I think there's going to be over game versus under game. I think the Jets going to get a couple scores here. We know what the Bengals are going to do.
What's the line, like 20?
It should be. I'm honestly not sure. It's probably around 40-43 right now. But yeah, give me the Bengals winner for sure.
Yep, so going to go ahead and move on to the next game. We're talking the Steelers and the Cleveland Browns. Tough one for me, I'm not going to lie. Just kind of the Browns been a little shaken up. Nick Chubb still out. What's his name there? D'Ernest Johnson last week. Picking him up, I think, off a practice squad or something like that, watching him go frying cats up out there in a little bit. The Steelers on the other end, for me, I know Cruz says this kind of every week. I actually am a big fan of what the Steelers got. I think Najee Harris is finally starting to wake up a little bit. It really is, man. Just Big Ben, man, is about 3 years past his prime. But the only thing with Pittsburgh, man, is they don't have backup plan in place. Mason Rudolph ain't gonna go out there and do nothing. So I do think the Browns right now are a little more established. I think it's gonna be a really good football game. Not gonna lie, very defensive heavy. Myles Garrett right now making a case for. I mean, that dude's gonna have a gold jacket in about 20 years. Give me the Browns here a little bit. I think the Browns are figuring it out. I just think as of right now, better football team. I'm trusting Baker a little more than Big Ben right now. But I do like Mike Tomlin. If he's the head coach of my football team, you got a good chance of winning. So I'll go with Cleveland, though. Give me Cleveland.
Yeah, I'm not sure who's going to be starting for the Browns this week. I'm not sure if you get another week at Case Keenum or not. But these divisional games are always just super close. I like the Browns here just a little bit more than the Steelers. I think they have more going offensively. But give me the Browns here in a super close game.
I'm going to disagree with you there. I think that the Steelers are going to pounce on this injured Browns team. I think that's the tale of the tape. It's just the injuries. Even though I'm not huge on Baker Mayfield, I think he's a great role player.
Yeah, I'm with you.
He has to be scripted. He has to have a great running back behind him. He has to have a game plan. And even obviously he's out, but I don't think that anyone can step in there. I think the Steelers are going to take this one. They're going to realize that this is a pretty much a must-win game if they want to stay competitive in their division. So I think the Steelers are going to pull. I guess it's an upset. I don't know who's favored in this game, but give me the Steelers.
I agree with what Jimmy's saying there, except I'm going to pick the Browns. This is definitely must-win for the Steelers here, sitting at 3-3, bottom of their division. I mean, AFC North is very competitive at this point between the Bengals, Ravens, Browns, Steelers. I mean, boys just kind of eating all of them, except for the Steelers, really. So, I don't know. I think this will be a close defensive game, but I like the Browns just edging them out a little bit.
Definitely edging over here. So we're going to go ahead and move on to the next game, talking your Eagles and the Detroit Lions. Just two really not good football teams, at this point. And the Lions, to me, I know we've said a couple times, just, we like the makeup of them. And, we've kind of seen them fall apart in second half of football games all year. Obviously, they've had really close. And to me, honestly, that's just a sure sign of coaching and obviously some veteran presence at the quarterback position. I think Philadelphia has suffered that as well. Just Jalen Hurts not really being able to find himself. Nick Sirianni there just making no sense. And so here's my thing. I do like the Eagles better than the Lions, but the argument I was going to make for the Cardinals sort of not going undefeated, I'm going to reverse that argument for the Lions here. I think the Lions crack through, get a dub. They're not about to go 0-8. Give me some. I think the Eagles, like, no offense, are going to be a nice team that they could get that win. If they were to get one, it would be against Philly right here. So I think something breaks through for them. Maybe Jared Goff fries up Eagles secondary, but just give me the Lions. I'm not hating on the Birds, but I don't see the Lions going 0-8. I don't think they're that bad.
Yeah. Man, I don't even know where to start here. just watching the Eagles week in week out just gives me, man, it's just gross to watch. I think the Lions are super hungry to get a win. I would definitely not. I'm not sure where they're playing at, but I think they can get a win here pretty easily. Eagles have been absolutely gashed by the run. I think DeAndre Swift might actually rack up some numbers here. So, yeah, I will take the Lions. I hate saying that, but I don't know.
Yeah. Look, I hate the Eagles, all right? So if you want to hear, just give it to me. I don't care. I want to hear it. This team is so bad, and they regress every week. Every week since week one, they've gotten worse and worse, whether it be play calling, just decisions by Jalen Hurts, execution. It's just everything that does go wrong, it can go wrong, will go wrong with this team. That being said, I can't pick them to lose against a defeated team.
Fair point.
Something in my body says no. I mean, like, honestly, I'll wake up on Sunday and watch that game. I'll have this face when the Lions win, but I gotta morally just pick the Eagles here.
Yeah, this is just obviously putting a fan in a tough spot here because the Eagles are just kind of dog shit this year. We're going to be honest, sitting at 2-5 right now, just having a roughie. And I agree with what you're saying, Raji, where it's like the Lions are not going to just not win a game. There's no way. I mean, they're a good team. I've been saying that the whole time. I don't think their record reflects how good of a team they really are, but I just can't pick them. So it is in Detroit here, so I do think they have the edge. But, fan bias, I'm just going to rock with the Eagles here. I really think they got to rally and try to get a dub. Just been stinking it up week after week. But the Lions are trying to do the same thing. So I think it's going to be a very competitive game for sure.
Definitely, I think might not be a bad game to watch, in all honesty. But I'm going to go ahead and move on to the next game. We're talking the Rams at the Texans. Not going to lie. Rams.
Yeah, Davis Mills might get his neck broken by Aaron Donald. That's about all I got to offer there. Rams should sleepwalk through this game.
Yeah, definitely one of the best teams against one of the worst teams. Like, I don't know what else to say about this one. Give me the Rams.
Rams, move on.
Going to move on to the 49ers at the Bears. I'm not going to lie. This is another one. Just give me the Niners. I know Niners kind of got a little smoked up there by the Colts on that primetime game, but Justin Fields out there, man, making mistakes, dog. Like, we're looking not good. Obviously, it was against the Bucs. Really, really good football team. But I still do believe in the 49ers to at least make a wild card spot this year. So give me the Niners here, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. Not a whole lot to be said. I don't think Justin Fields is NFL ready in the slightest. I think she'd take a seat in the bench, let a Red Rocket run a few more games up. And, give me the Niners.
Yeah, I picked the Niners as well. This game is going to come down to if Chicago's defense can score because Justin Fields isn't doing it. But, yeah, I like the Niners here, especially with Jimmy G coming back. I mean, obviously, he probably isn't the answer, but he's just a steady quarterback. He'll make some throws. He'll win you some games. Obviously, Super Bowl appearance, so give me the Niners.
Yeah, I'm on the Niners as well. I think the Niners are top team to look at before this trade deadline. I think they got a lot of pieces that could be outgoing that other teams are going to be looking for. So keep an eye on that. But comes to this game, Niners dub. Come on now.
Yes, sir. So we're going to go ahead and move on to the next game. We're talking the New England Patriots and the San Diego Chargers. I think last week they were on a bye, weren't they, the Chargers?
Yeah.
So, I mean, here's my thing. Historically, the Patriots, Bill Belichick has owned, like literally owns the Chargers from an AFC standpoint. Obviously, we've seen a lot of Brady Rivers matchups throughout the years. And, you know, I don't know, the Patriots coming off a little dog walk against the Jets last week, I think are looking really good. Mac Jones, quarterback-wise, has easily been the best guy in this draft. Not looking amazing, but I think good for his first year. And they got the running back game going. They always have. Give me the Patriots here. I think they just get out coached. I think what talent-wise the Chargers have, I think Bill Belichick, like he always have, can just out coach all that. I think that's what they do. They're going to be rolling here a little bit. So I don't know. I'm just feeling Billy Belichick getting the dub here. Not even the Patriots. Bill Belichick's getting the dub.
Patriots defense is sneakily really good. I think they may be able to get to Justin Herbert here a little bit. But with that being said, I think the Chargers are more complete in pretty much every aspect. I'm not sure where this game's being played at either, but I just like the Chargers here just as a better football team.
Yeah, I picked the Chargers as well. That being said, like I picked it being like a 27-24 game. Reason being, watching that Ravens game, the Chargers play against the Ravens, and they couldn't get anything going. I think that Ravens have a great personnel, but like Church said, it's Bill Belichick's defense, and the Patriots defense, I don't think they're sneakily good. I think they're just really good. It's just in general. But yeah, I just think that the Herbert is just he's off a bye. Obviously, he's coming off that rest. So give me the Chargers here, but in a super close game.
Y'all said it for me. I got the Chargers winning in a close game. I think it'll be a field goal type game here for sure, score wise. But I think Chargers get it done. I think their offense is just better, flat out.
Yeah. So we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna move on to the next game here. We're talking the Jaguars and the Seahawks. I know Seahawks getting a little bit of dub, getting a little heat off, or a little Urban Meyer situation. Obviously, Seattle, no Russell Wilson and everything. Still proving, hey, we got Geno. We got DK Metcalf. We can do something. Obviously, that Seahawks Saints game wasn't a very pretty one to watch. I don't know. I like the Seahawks here. I maybe like Trevor Lawrence to come out here and shake something up while Russell Wilson's out. I mean, obviously Seattle right now are in a vulnerable position to be able to take care of them. And I mean, when Russell Wilson isn't the quarterback, which he rarely isn't, but they don't have a winning record. But I'm going to go with them here because it's the Jaguars, and just like I could be quarterbacking for Seattle. I'm pretty sure I could throw up 120 yards on that offense or that defense. So give me Seattle.
Oh,
big cough.
Yeah. I don't really think. I'm not sure when Russ is going to come back, but that Seahawks team is pretty much just inept with Geno Smith out there. They really can't do much. They're on their second string running back as well. And the Jags, I think this could be an absolute eruption spot for Trevor Lawrence. I think he might go out there and throw like 3 touchdowns. I don't think Jamal Adams is all that. I think he's kind of trash, to be honest. So
best in the nation.
Give me the Jags here.
Yeah, I pick the Jags as well. I think it'll be an upset game. I think they're not favored or whatever, but yeah, I did not like what I saw on Monday night from Geno. That last drive, especially when he 3 and out, it's like it just looked really bad. But yeah, I think that Trevor Lawrence is going to prove to us why he was number 1 overall. I mean, I think that he has the talent to do it. This is the week to prove it, to really put your name in this league. Obviously, it's still a battered Seahawks team. The defense isn't fantastic, but to march in there and get a W would be a huge statement win for him. So yeah, give me the Jaguars only on the back of Trevor Lawrence.
I picked the Seahawks. You guys are kind of swaying me a little bit towards the Jags. I like what you're spitting out your mouth right now. It sounds real sensical. Juicy. But I just like the Seahawks to get this done. This is a home game in Seattle. I do think the weather will play a factor. We got one of those warm weather teams that's obviously not having a good season going up into Seattle. I think they're going to have a little bit of an issue with that wet ball. So, all that, injuries, everything aside, I just like the Seahawks better still. I think they get the dub.
Yep. So we're going to go ahead and move on to the next game, talking the Buccaneers at the Saints. I got to just go with the Bucs here. Obviously, Tom Brady last week, 600 passing touchdowns, got the whole thing with the fan. Well, homeboy getting hooked up, dude, with the ball. I'm not going to lie. If I would have got that 600 ball, I'd have been out the stadium real quick. but they hooked that man up. Tom Brady gave him a Bitcoin, a whole coin, just some crazy stuff. But give me them here, the Saints for me right now. Just I know we're just talking about they kind of got an ugly dub there against Seattle. Just another team I can't quite trust right now. I'm Jameis and just I don't know really what you do with the Saints right now. It's been so up and down with them, and the Buccaneers have obviously just been up all year, and I think they keep it rolling here.
Yeah, for the Saints, it's pretty much Alvin Kamara versus the world. They shut him down, it's game over. I like Bucks here. They should absolutely smash them.
Yeah, Bucks as well for me. Again, I didn't like what I saw on Monday night with the Seahawks Saints game. It was sloppy ball. Jameis Winston obviously he's a hot-headed guy. I expected fireworks from him this year, especially after that first game, but we really haven't seen it. Maybe when Michael Thomas comes back, but at the same time, like you guys said, it's Kamara or nothing, or bust rather. But yeah, I like the Buccaneers here. It'd be pretty simple pick for me.
I'm on the Bucks too, boys. It's the same thing week after week with these Saints. They're either going to put up less than 10 or they're going to put up like 35. It's a Jameis Winston effect. I mean, it's just crazy. And like, we're not really seeing Taysom Hill do what Taysom Hill does this year. I don't know if that's because Jameis wants the ball, in his hands every play or whatever that is, but he was such a utility player, and we're just not seeing that at all this year. So I don't know what's going on with that, but give me the fucking boys here. Yeah, Saints not going to win this game. Give me the Bucks. Bucks obvious Super Bowl contention at this point, so I like them.
I'm with you on that. So we're going to go ahead and move to the next game. Got Washington football team, the Denver Broncos. A little bit of a tough one for me. I think ultimately I'm going to give it to Washington here. And the only reason I say that is I just like the way they play football, man. Taylor Heineke to me, obviously not a guy I think is going to ever get you to no promised land, but the young bull got some heart out there, man. They be fighting. Scary Terry McLaurin is out here just vacuuming it up footballs, dude. The run game for Washington. I don't know. To me, these are two just kind of middle of the line teams right here. Can win this game, can lose this game. To me, this game, I don't think is anywhere close to being the game of the week. But if I had to give just no opinion, I think it would be this one because I don't really know, man. Two teams that play really hard, but I don't really think have the players to win, lose, whatever. But give me Washington here if I had to. But I'm gonna ultimately say I don't know with this one. I don't know.
Yeah, this game should be super low scoring. I don't think either offense is really in a spot to put up some points on the board. I've gotten burned by the Broncos so many times this year. I've picked them to win every week. And right now they're in the middle of a downswing, I think. So I like the football team here barely, but I couldn't even really tell you why.
This is a coin toss game for me. I literally could not pick a winner. I don't like either of these teams for many reasons. One being quarterback play, but yeah, I don't know. I guess the Broncos. I don't know. I really don't have a rhyme or reason why. I mean, maybe they run down the football team's throat. But I don't know. Give me the Broncos.
I agree with Twiggy on this. Super low scoring. Hammer that under for sure on this game. And again, I just kind of picked the Broncos. I think these teams actually match up pretty well because they're both kind of shit. So, sometimes that ends up being a terrible game. Sometimes that ends up being a great football game. You put two terrible teams together, but give me the Broncos here. I think they get it done.
Give me the Broncos. I'm with you on that. So we're going to go ahead and move up to the last game before the last game. That is the Cowboys and the Vikings. Not too much, I think, I really have to say about this game. On one end, you have the Cowboys, who in the past couple of weeks have really been hitting this nice dynamic between Ezekiel Elliott and Tony Pollard in the running game. I know I've had Tony Pollard on my fantasy team a few times. He's been able to go out there and eat some points up, maybe RB2. It's just sort of the way they've been playing those both. I know Zeke hasn't really been able to get back to himself, so they're starting to throw some sets in with Pollard. And on the other side of the ball, you got Kirk Cousins, and the Vikings have one of the worst run defenses in the league. So Super Bowl contending Cowboys, which I think they are, I'm going to go with them here.
Yeah, I think a lot of points end up getting scored in this game. I just like watching the Cowboys play football. I know as an Eagles fan, that's pretty sacrilegious to say, but they're just a fun team to watch, man.
Yeah, man.
So I'll take the Cowboys here. I think they are legit contenders. They're going to run away with the NFC East. So, yeah, give me the Cowboys here.
I agree. This will be an absolute shootout game. I think that I think Richard Sherman just said that people don't respect Kirk Cousins enough. The thing about Kirk Cousins is that, like in the Vikings, they don't really drift far away from 500, So they're sitting at 3-3. Look for them to lose this week and probably win next week, just for the law of averages. I don't know. But yeah, Cowboys are explosive. Like, I don't want to prison too much, or I'll kill myself. But yeah, no, it's like it sucks. But it's like, thing is though, if they don't win with this roster, they'll never win. Like they're so good everywhere. They're good. But anyways, yeah, I pick the Cowboys to win. Yeah.
Let's not forget, this is prime time Sunday night football. Kirk Cousins' worst nightmare, people.
Stinker.
Stinker. I do agree this is shootout type game. I think Minnesota's passing game is ridiculous. And Dallas has just been able to figure out the run game this year. I mean, Zeke is 5th best rusher in the league right now. Tony Pollard eating as well. I mean, they're just figuring it out. And then throughout the air as well, their receiving core is ridiculous. So I like the Cowboys to get the dub, but I do think this is an over high score type game here.
I think so too. So we're going to go ahead and move on to the last game we got for the NFL Week 8, the meat picks, and that is going to be the New York Football Giants and the Kansas City Chiefs. Kansas City, I know right now they clowning on them. Patty Mahomes has finally shown that he's actually a human being. The Giants, on the other hand, like I said, just got a huge dub over the Panthers, I think. That being said, though, man, I don't think the Kansas City thing, I think, is really anything at all. I think they're just having a little misfooting right now. The little asshole Jackson Mahomes and his little TikToks, dude, throwing off the whole vibe right now. But to me, the Giants just aren't a good football team. And so if the Kansas City Chiefs need to bounce back, it's going to be this week. Monday night football game. Patty Mahomes, I feel like it's going to remind people who the hell he is. Dude might rake up 500 yards on that secondary the Giants got. I don't know, though. Could they keep slumping? Sure, but I think this is the game, man. Patty goes home. Might throw one behind the back on him or something, dude. I don't know. Right in Bradbury's face or something. I don't know. But give me the Chiefs here. Comeback season.
Yeah, primetime Mahomes is the best Mahomes. He always just shows off in these primetime games. They absolutely need a bounce back spot. This is the perfect game flow for them. I think they might run up 40 points on them without even trying. So yeah, give me the Chiefs here. It's not going to be close.
Yeah, this game is going to be the Mahomes show. I think for no other reason, the Chiefs will win this game because of Mahomes. But look, if you look at Daniel Jones's numbers, he actually isn't playing terrible. It's as hard as that is to admit, he hasn't had the worst season ever. If Mahomes and the boys trip up like it did last week, it would surprise the hell out of me. But I'd still be like, all right, the Giants won. You know what I mean? It would be what the hell at one point. Other side be like, whatever. But yeah, give me the Chiefs here. Mahomes is just so good on prime time, so I'm taking the Chiefs.
I will never this year pick the Giants to win a football game. It's just they're not going to do it. Big win last week, shout out, but I don't think it means too much against that Carolina team right now. So give me the Chiefs. I think huge bounce back game here from them. I mean, we're saying bounce back here. Chiefs are sitting with their record, but Patty Mahomes still got 2,000 yards in 7 games. So it's they're still eating. They're just not really winning games. So I'm looking at that defense to strap up and not let these New York Giants score any points here. So I'm on the Chiefs.
On the Chiefs. All right, I think that being said, that is NFL Week 8. We are chugging along through this season. Got the deadline coming up soon. Hoping the Eagles, man, they need to blow that thing up, dog. Get you some picks back. But, Richie, what I need you to do is throw that score up for me one time. Let's get a look at these records. They will not be the same next week. I really got to pull something out here, go low 10-3 or something real quick. Try to get my name good back out here. Plenty of games left. Guys, a really good NFL Week 8 lineup going. But we will be back NFL Week 9. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, get the fuck out of here.
Perfect.